Davi, are you present?
I am ready, prepared.
Meredith MD, are you in the house?
Always on time.
Orlando BGYN is here, lab coats on, clipboards in hand, and we're here to help you out. If you got a question on any crazy topic, we got some sort of answer for you. It might not be brilliant, but it'll be close.
We're trying.
It'll be really, really close. All right, let's see. I have one here. If you got one.
Yeah, I have a crazy one that came in.
Go ahead for it. Go for that.
This one came in when we were talking about the karate lady.
Karate.
We are now calling her the karate lady.
Bodybuilder.
She's a bodybuilder. She's a champion.
Yeah.
She's 1-0.
She's a lot of
things. But we call her the karate lady.
She's a lot of things, for sure. I'm glad you guys think you're prepared. Here we go. It says, my 13-year-old son got caught having naked pictures of men saved on his phone. I'm at a total loss. We already tried to limit what he could see on the internet, but somehow these photos and videos made it to his phone. It's a lot of stuff. I did not know he was attracted to men, and I'm okay with that, I guess, but this is too much too soon. What can I do? Is this normal for 13?
Oh, porn at 13?
I mean, okay. It's sensitive because it's a 13-year-old kid, and we always have to make sure that we monitor our kids, like whether it's share programs or stuff like that, like what your kid sees, you see. I know some parents, and some people think they're overzealous.
Okay.
Like they think they're going too far, but this is a perfect example on why it's not too far, because you wouldn't be surprised by what you saw, because you would be always up on what they're looking at. So I would think that's the move to do. Like, talk to them about, hey, you're not old enough to be in possession of stuff like this. I'm going to put a program on your phone so, we can make sure that you stay in line with what you need to be doing as a 13-year-old kid, and then kind of move that way.
Okay.
The sexuality part of it, they're going to find their way into their own zone, but I think that, just keeping them in the 13-year-old space probably should be the focus.
More phone monitoring is what...
I would think so.
I would talk to them about what's going on with them as well.
Is taking the phone altogether an option?
Maybe, yeah, because, there's porn on there.
You violated, basically. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure at some point they were like, hey, no porn.
Is that something you discussed?
I think those are ground rules.
I don't think
when you get your first phone.
I don't think when they hand you the phone, they say, hey.
Yeah.
You know what this is.
Yeah.
Right.
This access to porn. I don't think that comes with the phone box.
Well, maybe it should. With the pep talk,
better.
I doubt the 13-year-old bought it himself.
To download it, though, you're not even just watching
like you're just archiving it in your phone. Like
Screenshotting.
Nobody's ever gonna look at
In case I don't have Wi-Fi one day.
I know personally that it's a good thing to walk over to your kid's phone, put in their code, and sit there and scroll.
Okay.
Because then they know, hey, it can happen at any given time.
That's
so
smart.
if you got a kid with an archive of stuff that maybe you ain't scrolling by enough.
Okay.
You need, as a parent, pick it up, scroll through, sit there with your kid.
Random
like, hey,
checks.
Let's go through your phone.
Like
if
jail.
they start sweating and get nervous,
Yeah.
you know you on the one.
Bunk check.
Yeah. Bunk check. We're looking for contraband. Up against the wall. Up against the wall. All right, let's see. I got one here. It says, I'm an independent 41-year-old woman who attracts men that are 10 to 13 years younger than I am. I'm not interested in any of these guys. I feel that they're only after one thing. Another problem is that if they're closer to my age, I feel smothered because they just want all in. It seems I'm either loved too much or not at all. What is wrong with me?
You need to be more open-minded and stop just your ageist at the end of the day. There are younger guys that are willing and ready to be a good partner of people that are the same age. Have a little bit more of an open mind when it comes to dating. It's hard to find the right person, but you got to go out there and explore a little bit or you're never going to find anybody.
I don't think this lady's ready to be loved because she doesn't love herself. Everybody that she sees that comes around, she finds something wrong with them. They're too young, they're too old, they're too smothering. It's not this, it's not that. I think it comes from within. So I think you need to work on yourself and then you'll attract what you're looking for.
She asked you, was it her? So
Yeah,
you say,
it is
yeah,
her.
it's you.
Yeah.
It's you.
I think
Something's
so.
wrong with you.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
She said there's something wrong with
I
me.
think there's some work to be done.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you need to stop sizing
Stop
people up
judging
and
people
stop
so much.
labeling people.
The law of attraction at that point will bring somebody in your life that is compatible.
And all
for
I
you.
see lately is all these 40-something-year-old moms, and they are hooking up with these late 20-year-old somethings, and a lot of them are actually marrying them and having really great relationships.
What about if one of them young dudes rocked your boat?
That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
What's the problem?
That's the
wrong
problem.
with getting your boat rocked?
Because then your emotions, you get a little cloudy. Then you start thinking a little outside of the
She
box.
wants somebody
you
real.
You can make bad decisions when you get in your boat rocked.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Things get cloudy after a while.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna play this now. Might as well play "Rock the Boat" by Aaliyah.
Yes.
We're gonna dedicate it to you, 41-year-old lady that needs her boat rocked. We have a question from Jenny out of Sarasota.
Okay.
Jenny says, "Why do men expect that women should be giving them Monica if the woman isn't feeling like having sexual intercourse? Like, it seems kind of violating that they enjoy having it done if one party isn't wanting to be involved."
You should be allowed to say I'm not in the mood, and you mean like completely, just because I mean, there could be times where I don't feel like doing that completely, but you know what? I want to make sure you're happy. There's happy mediums there all the time. But if I say I'm not in the mood, there should be times when that's acceptable, and I don't want to do anything whatsoever.
And you know what? Not all men are going to pressure you. I'm not a pressurer at all. Never have been. If you say, yo, I'm not feeling this, then I think respectfully, you should wait till another time. And I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. It's like, yo, it's not that I'm not in the mood to do one thing. I'm not in the mood for none of this. I don't want to do anything with you right now.
Yeah, but there are the pushy people who are out there, and maybe she's dealing with a pushy person.
That's what it sounds like.
But I do know that there's some part of, I don't know what verse it is, but there's some part of the Bible that backs this up. The pushy people all lean on it. Apparently there's something about not having your spouse, like taking care of your spouse.
Yeah,
like there's some sort of old school something in the dusty part that basically the pushers always lean on. I don't know which one it is, but I've heard people say it about, nothing defiles the marital bed.
Last thing you want to do is bring up
something
the
about
Bible.
the marital bed and all this other foolishness. It's like, so
bedroom.
when you got to lean on a book, that one verse, then that means that you're just doing the most.
It's okay to, I get a little bit of a push. Like, let me just try one more time just to see if she's like for real. But
and
after
then
that,
honored in the long run.
I don't want to get with somebody that's not in the mood to be with me, by the way. Like, let's make sure we're in the mood together. You know?
If I'm not into it, we can watch a movie and then go to bed.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of a good transition to this anonymous one that just came in the room. It says, I have a lady friend, and she's been my sneaky link for 1.5 years now. It's been because my girl and I don't have any intimacy consistently. It's only gone down to about 4 times a year. Ooh. My love drive has been through the roof, and she just doesn't want to. The sneaky link doesn't want me as a man and is okay with just the physical aspect. She's even trying to help me with my relationship, giving me ideas of how to spice it up. Should I just end it with my current girl because I don't see it getting better? We've been together 7 years.
Ooh,
I'm still tripping off 4 times a year. That's quarterly.
That's
once
nothing.
a quarter. That's your bonus.
I mean, for real.
If you get that, God.
Okay, don't jump out of your relationship because you think the sneaky link is the move, because she's already proven that she don't want you.
No, he just wants to dip out altogether, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he should dip. Honestly,
you tried.
These two sound like they're not too compatible. In the 14 or 15 sentences that he texted us, there's not one positive thing he said about his girl, except for the fact that we've been together 7 years. I think you're just prolonging the inevitable, and I think you'd be better off to just break it off.
Does somebody who only does it 4 times a year find anybody? That's my question. Like, who's out there for you if you only want it 4 times a year?
Somebody with low T, or somebody that's not, I think there's somebody compatible with that. Maybe an older guy, maybe somebody that doesn't have this high drive like this dude does.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope that, you wear doctors on this segment and you said low T.
Low T. Sound like a commercial.
I see what you
Please
did.
consult with a real doctor before starting any T regimen.
Or any advice we give you.
The doctor dropped the low T on him. I'm like, boy, you better work that lab coat. Yes, sir.
Oh,
wow. Okay. All right. We got one more. Let's see here.
I got one. It says, my dad got his younger girlfriend pregnant, and it has me in my feelings. I wasn't cool with them being together in the first place because she's in her mid-20s, and now she's pregnant with my new sibling, and I'm in complete shock. How do I handle this?
Well, let your dad live. I mean, your dad is out there still living.
Yeah.
Like, we just talked about somebody not getting it but 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Your dad is out there killing. What do you care if your sibling is just being born?
Yeah, be supportive, basically, is what you're saying. You can't change it. There's a baby coming in.
Is you mad because your daddy happier than you?
Damn.
Living in the past.
I think it'll get better. It's tough. It's a weird dichotomy because, like, that's dad, but that's not mom. And now he's got one and she's real
It's
young.
hard.
And
It's
now
hard.
she's pregnant and
Yeah.
daddy. But daddy's probably happier than
Daddy
he's been
happy.
in a long time.
Daddy happy, probably working out. Daddy's tea is banging.
At the same time, though, I do think it's your responsibility to make sure that it's genuine and that she's not just trying to, like, trap him or take advantage of him. That's a separate conversation. If
Is
that's
that
how
her
it's looking.
responsibility?
Well, I think you can help because sometimes if you're dad, if you're in that situation, you get blinded to
You
the fact
do, you
you're getting
do.
attention from a young little cutie pie. You don't know how to act.
Cutie pie.
Little cutie pie. You sound like Pops. A little, little cutie pie.
All right.
Hello, you like some wine? Let's see. All right. Hey, freaks. This is for any therapist. I have a dilemma. Over the past years, I've worked very hard at my 9 to 5, working about 45, 50 hours every week. I've also been behind the scenes completing my career to get hired with a financial firm. I recently completed this journey and now jump well into six-figure income. My problem is my girl and her family were so negative and bashed me through the journey for my years, and now that I'm good, they're all now that I'm good, I'm now a good guy all of a sudden, and I'm thinking about jumping ship. What should I do?
Ooh, okay. So resentment is basically what we're talking about here. You gotta either let it go and grow and be a better person, or it's gonna eat you up inside and fester. So are we gonna be a better person and let things go? Does this person love you? Yes, maybe they didn't necessarily agree with some of the decisions you made. This happens all the time in relationships, but they're still there.
If you love your wife, her family comes with her. And, you know, part of the criticism that they had, because it said you were working and you were trying to better yourself, put yourself in this situation, they probably looked at you at that point like you didn't really have that much time for her, which it sounds like you kind of didn't. So maybe they were a little bit justified in their apprehension. Plus, that was a big roll of the dice. And you know, maybe
It
it worked, but it could have not worked. I think try to embrace them with open arms. You're in a new space. They can be too, and let bygones be bygones.
Change is scary, by the way. If you find out like your whole world is going to shift and change and all that stuff, it can bring back some people being mean and not sure about what's going to happen in their relationship.
Well, you also got to look at the fact that you might be trying to bounce out because now you good.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah.
that's part of it, too.
You can
like,
do better
your,
now.
your family didn't believe you. And probably some of your homies didn't believe you. And you was like, man, I'm going to be financial. They're like, yeah, but whatever. Okay, they don't have to believe you. You believed in yourself. You accomplished the goal. But now that you got there, you're like, I could scrap all these people and go out here and rock with somebody else. So it's not just them. It's kind of you trying to get away as well. And, I mean, don't use the fact that they didn't buy in and they didn't believe you. It was your dream. You cultivated it. You didn't need them to believe you.
And also, don't lose who you are as a person with this newfound success or
Yeah.
position or money. Don't switch up now. You know, stay true to yourself.
Yeah, and you tearing your rotator cuff, patting yourself on the back. Slow down, buddy. All right.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Therapy Thursday is a wrap.